The Passion Translation is basically garbage, okay?
Yeah.
Do not read it. It's total nonsense.
Yeah.
Every time it refers to the Aramaic, I want to throw up.
I'm so excited that yet another highly respected and trained and accomplished scholar has weighed in on the Passion Translation. Dr. Peter Gurry is the one who weighs in on it, but just to bring you up to speed, if you don't know, the Passion Translation is a primarily, but not entirely, primarily one-man translation of the Bible, a new version of the Bible made by a guy named Brian Simmons, who has very little educational background to do something like this, at least compared to most Bible translators today. But he does have big promises about how God took him up to heaven, gave him a vision, told him he was going to give him secrets of Hebrew and Greek. That's right, secrets of Hebrew and Greek, so new information in the translation that wasn't there before. And how God expanded his mind and an angel touched him and gave him his understanding of how to translate Romans and stuff like this. All sorts of wild claims. But all the scholars so far that have weighed in on this, that at least I've interacted with, have had the same thing to say. But now Dr. Peter Gurry has added his input. Dr. Gurry is one of the professors at Phoenix Seminary. He teaches several courses on Greek, including advanced Greek grammar. And this is what he added about the Passion Translation. Then I have two comments I want to give on his comments.
I'll cut to the chase. The best translation is the one you read. Okay, that's the answer John wants to hear, I think, that he likes.
There it is,
Is that
baby.
right? Okay,
Good one.
because
Every time.
if you don't read your Bible, doesn't matter what translation it is, who cares, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Doesn't
Yeah.
do you any good. So just
Yeah,
read the one you
yeah.
have and quit worrying about it.
Unless it's
And
the
then-
Passion Translation or
Okay.
something, like that.
That's what I say.
I'll
I
add
have
that.
had to catch myself on this more recently because the Passion Translation is basically garbage. Okay?
Yeah.
Do not read it. It's total nonsense.
Yeah.
Every time it refers to the Aramaic, I want to throw up. But anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah, there are some really bad ones, but that's why I said the mainstream ones. Any one of them are good. They're going to serve you really well.
So I have just two comments I'd like to add to what Dr. Gurry said. And the first is I want to note, and I want you to note, he's actually down with translations in general. And pretty much any mainstream translation, Dr. Gurry's like, yeah, go for it. Read that one, whichever one you're going to read. That's going to do you the best, and he'll go on to say, like, look for, the most literal one that is very readable to you. That's a good place to start. So it's just the Passion Translation that he isolates as being particularly bad. Now, this isn't because I paid him to. I didn't pay him anything, never talked to him, don't know him. This is because he just thinks that that's actually the truth of the matter. And this is what scholars have been saying about the Passion Translation. I'm going to link down below my entire series, the whole playlist of videos where scholar after scholar after scholar offers a very thoughtful and long form analysis of the Passion Translation, looking at different books and showing the problems with the translation. And the reason is because Brian Simmons is making millions, it seems to me, millions upon millions of dollars, while he's throwing out these deceitful claims about the Passion Translation that are simply not true. It is not a reliable translation. It is not something you should look to for extra special spiritual insights you won't get from other translations. It's just not a good idea. Before I give you my second and final point, I'm going to link down below also the video of the interview where Dr. Gurry was saying this. Him and another professor were being interviewed by Alicia Childers to talk about translations and how we got our Bible. It's an interesting interview. It's kind of high level stuff. And they just had this little thrown in comment about the Passion. Finally, my last point is this. Some of you are going to be the naysayers, okay? And you're going to be like, Mike, you're really only posting this video to say, I told you so. That's your whole goal. You're really just sharing this to say, I told you so. And I just want to make it very clear, I am.